This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. All right, so if you've watched enough interviews about BMF and just traced it enough, you'll understand why certain members, this is coming from inside BMF, where BMF members are kind of like calling out Bleu Davinci. Bleu Davinci went at 50 Cent and went at, he kind of mentioned Little Meech. I wouldn't say he went directly at Little Meech. It was more of a warning to 50 Cent to not slander his name in the BMF series, because BMF members have come out in the past few years and said Bleu Davinci might have cooperated. Now, Dexter Sosa Hussey's the most recent one. There was also someone the other day that put up JB, what's his name? JHB? What's it? Wait. JHB, BMF. I always get the letters mixed up. J-Bo. I'm an idiot. Okay, it's J-Bo. I'm sorry. J-Bo. So he put out something going at Bleu Davinci. He was one of the leaders, under Big Meech, according to Hussey as well. We got Dexter Sosa Hussey. So I rewatched the Dexter Sosa Hussey interview, and I forgot that he's mentioned certain things. Now, first, there was another member that came out and said something about Bleu Davinci earlier today. Okay, so let's go through the key points here. Okay, there was a Hummer that Hussey says, and there was only 3 people who. So the way they transported cash was like through cars like this. They'd put $70,000 into the car, rework it so it had stash spots and everything, but still weighed the same. So when they added cash to it, it weighed the same as it says on the VIN number. And when they removed the cash, they could replace the weight and it would weigh the same as it did on the VIN number. There was a Hummer with $3 million in cash in it. They went to go. There was a VIN number on it. They were trying to locate it after Big Meech got picked up. Only 3 people knew about the Hummer. Hussey, who handled all the logistics with the cars and transporting keys, money around, right? And then it was, Big Meech, obviously, the leader. And then Bleu Davinci, supposedly. And he was like, well, I didn't tell, and Big Meech didn't tell, so who else told him about the VIN number on that Hummer? That's not in any paperwork, and it can't be confirmed. That's one word. That's Dexter Sosa, Hussey's word against Bleu Davinci. Okay, that's between those two, but that's what he said in that interview. Then he also said there was some dry snitching going on, in a sense, with the Smack DVD. He helped the feds put together the case, in a sense, not directly and not meaning to, but just not having as much street sense to not do that, he said. Okay, this is what he said. Okay, so don't blame me. Yeah, I'm just communicating what he said. He said that on the Smack DVD, they were putting up members' names, like doing cutaways of the members and like putting their names up. So it's easy for the feds to put a name to a face now. He also said, Dexter Sosa also said, the worst thing they could have done, where they were trying to get out of, trying to move into a legitimate business with the music, right? That's why they put a name on it. They put BMF on it. But also, as soon as they did that, he said, in 2000, when they did that, or 2002, whenever they started BMF, it also started a RICO case, because now, it could be a criminal enterprise. You have a name attached to everything, and that's what happened. Then that's not Bleu Davinci's fault. That's just an escape plan that they thought of, and it would have worked if there was a lot of Bleu Davinci. You can't really put anything on him. There was like 10 other members that really snitched. Okay, like there was 10. Like Bleu Davinci, there's no paperwork on him snitching, really. Like they say there is, but there's no like paperwork. Like a lawyer wrote a book and said that he was willing to cooperate, but he had nothing to really offer, and that that was one thing. And then but like there's no paperwork on Bleu Davinci. Let me make that very clear, okay? But there's paperwork on a lot of like exterior members that were picked up, or people that were served and picked up, because they moved big weight, so they weren't like out there breaking up bricks and, they were selling it to other people that they broke it up and sold it, right? But it was exterior members that would snitch on other people or wear wires, and that's how the whole enterprise got brought down. Because other than that, Big Meech was very isolated, and so was and Southwest T, Big Meech's brother, talked on the phone a lot, and that got wiretaps. It's again indirectly, he didn't mean to tell everything, but if you have a wiretap on your phone, it's funny because I think The Wire was out around that time. Like, they told you how it worked. The show The Wire, like, they pretty much show you how everything works in movies and everything. Switch it up. But hey, that's about it. That's why they say Bleu Davinci cooperated. But he was more of a rapper on this. He was going to be the rapper. He was going to be the first rapper. It's too bad they didn't get Young Jeezy to be the first rapper, because I think it might have worked earlier and faster. He was kind of attached and affiliated, but they had to let him go because their case started to get, started to break seals on indictments, and they had to let Jeezy just kind of go and do his own thing, because like, why hold someone else back? But yeah, it's probably one of the most interesting stories ever, and I'm glad that 50 Cent's telling it, and also I'm glad that 50 Cent really was adamant about Little Meech playing Big Meech, because I think that's so cool, man. I can't say that enough, that his son is playing him. It's like, it's just, it wasn't all for nothing, like Big Meech is like, okay, well, I did all that, but now my son has a movie career, like, that must feel so cool, like, it wasn't all for nothing. He even wrote a letter talking about it's, 50 Cent's doing what nobody else, he knew everybody in the music industry, Puffy, everybody, right? But nobody else would help him legitimize BMF. And people were scared to. Think about it. Just Jacob the jeweler selling jewelry to them, right? He got indicted. So think about it. If any of these, if anybody like joined up with the BMF after they started an investigation against them, they would have been indicted, and gone to jail. So, yeah, you can't just jump in like that, like maybe people knew better than to join, but at least point them in the right direction, It's crazy, man. If they had done this even 5 years later, right? They could have gotten an independent distribution deal, and it would have been way bigger. Like, they just missed where they could have independently took over the game. Think about it. This just was like 7 years later, they could have done like something with Empire or something, and like just had an independent distribution deal, and they would have been out of here because they had all the money to promote. It's crazy. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll check you guys on the next one. Peace.